Good morning, everybody. It is now January 7th, 2023. Yes, I like to put the date in the front of the videos, so if people go back through time, they actually know when this was filmed and when I make my statements. Over the past couple of days, I've had a lot of impressions come to me, and I've been watching everybody's commentaries about the new book that's written by the ginger guy and his American wife. I have always had a gut feeling they were the primary writers, and maybe they had somebody who was a ghostwriter just to correct spelling and put in correct punctuation. But even then, I think they became fed up with their nonsense and said, "I'm out of here. Goodbye. It's over." This book, basically, I'm going to use the term, they're falling on their own petard. They think this book is going to clear the air, make them be fantastic, but in the end, it's going to be their downfall. And people will find out there's so many inconsistencies and there are incorrect things stated about people. So they may have to come up and they will have to print retractions for things that have been written in the book and accusations. And this is what I'm seeing. I keep getting flashes of courtrooms, and that's how my psychic energy works. It's anytime I'm hearing something about them, when I listen to others' commentary, like Taz and Megan's Mole and Duchess of Monte Shit Show and Fiona and Duchess of Narcissus, it's all I keep seeing is courtroom, 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 and like a poverty-stricken couple just like not knowing what to do. And if I see pictures of Henry, I'm seeing him like in a cottage in an area with rolling hills, very much like the English countryside. So I think he'll be relegated to a small house somewhere on one of the estates. I get a hunch somewhere up in Scotland he'll be banished to a small house up on the Balmoral estate. He'll end up having to stay, or possibly a cottage house somewhere on the Althorpe estate. I mean, he was in line to inherit Highgrove because that is personal property owned by King Charles III. And if they had just bided their time, they would have been given that mansion. But they didn't want to do the job. They wanted half in, half out. But that was already tried, and it failed. Prince Edward and Countess Sophie, both of them tried the half in and out back in the 1980s, early 90s. That was a very unfortunate experience, so they took the option to end outside life and became full-time working royals. And now they are very popular members of the royal family. So the precedent was already set. None of this half in, half out. You were completely in or completely out. The completely out situation, prime example, Wallace and Edward. The only time they were allowed back into the country publicly was for a formal event such as a funeral or something pertaining to David's late mother. So that's what I'm getting. Henry and Rachel, courtroom central, devastation, and he'll be off on his own in a cottage elsewhere with nothing happening. He's basically This is your living allowance. This is where you need to be, and this is where you stay. I also saw some other things about Charles and Camilla this morning, and they were talking about Buckingham Palace. Well, what a lot of people don't know, and what I've heard through my little sources, and this is all allegedly, this is stories I have heard. Thankfully, during the lockdowns, nobody would be in the palace, in the building, because the infrastructure, many of the pipes and the wiring were original. So while the world was shut down, people were able to go in, workmen were able to go into the palace, put in all new plumbing, get rid of the lead pipes, redo the sewage system in the palace. Also, in many areas, they still had the original cotton-wrapped wiring, which is highly dangerous. So the reason why it's still shut down, why Charles has not moved into it immediately, is that the first sections of the building that were renovated into, brought up to current building codes, were the large public rooms, the large reception rooms, and the kitchens. The next, offices, and at the end, the family residence apartments will be the last ones to be completely renovated to safe codes for electrical and plumbing. And they also are installing a new security system because some crazy things have happened on the property. Now, some of my other fun stuff that I've had happen, I've had a really tough week personally. And being a psychic, I have a lot of strange things happen. One is someone who was very close in my life. And it'll be later this month, it'll be 28 years since he's passed away. And this was a man who taught me a lot, protected me from some horrible things. And for the past few days, when poop has been hitting the fan for me, I'm being accused of something and a false police report has been made, I'll turn on the radio, I'll flip on YouTube, and next thing you know, there's a music video then in my suggestion feed or an interview pertaining to some of the music artists that he worked with. So I know that he's keeping an eye on me. He's protecting me. And every time that I have had to have communication with the people who are trying to create hassles, who have literally by their actions have compromised my personal safety, the next thing you know, I'm seeing something from my friend who passed away in 1995. And it's kind of cool. And when I'm getting ready to do something such as send out an email, I'll click on something so I have music to type with to, and it's one of the songs he wrote, one of the songs he produced. So I have a good feeling that what I'm doing to defend myself and to expose these two woke 30-somethings, that I'm on the right track. People may ask why I have to be careful for my safety, is that several years ago, it's over a decade now, I took on a major trade union. I was working in the film and TV production. I was doing the job of full union members, and yet I was being paid at times production assistant rate or even lower. And I was then in a position saying, hey, if I'm doing the work of this guy, he's stealing the credit. Or I'll be working with another gentleman with another company. We did all the work. And we had sent it to the production saying, this is the budget. This is where we're going to have checks cut out with. Next thing you know, we're terminated from the production. And then when the movie came out, The snake in the grass, his name was listed as picture car coordinator, and he used everything that we lined up. So that's not fun. And yes, I did change federal labor law. A lot of the people who are involved with unions don't like a woman who stands up against them and say, hey, you guys are doing really something stupid. This has got to change. Labor law was changed. And because I will not be quiet about it, I maintain making noise to make sure that things that they agree to are falling into place. I have been approached on several times, people threatening me, giving me warnings. And so I always had to create an illusion that, hey, you mess with me, you may be alive, but you won't be able to procreate. And I did follow the laws, but some little woke people, some little liberals got their knickers in a twist. And this fool sent out an email newsletter from my religious place of worship. And there are members of trade unions that are affiliated with members of my place of worship. And this guy just kind of really, I referred to him as an effing idiot, which was really true. He's now put my life in danger. And because I called him out on that, and the person in the office that answered the phone got their feelings hurt because I used bad language. Well, you know what, Chicky Poo? Grow up. Life isn't all sunshine and lollipops. There's a lot of things that happen in this world that are kept hidden. So, again, it's that's my little story for today. If people have questions about that, I will do a Q&A if people ask it. But I did see, yes, King Charles and the Queen Consort. I don't ever see them moving actually into the palace. They will remain residing at Clarence House. There will be I'm getting the hunch that there will be a formal dissolution of a marriage. I see a redheaded guy living in a little cottage somewhere in England off the beaten path by himself. I don't have any feeling about children. If they are children, they will be going to traditional schools, public schools in the UK. The name Harrow comes into my mind right now. Harrow is the rival school to Eton. Everybody knows that the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Sussex both attended Eton College in Windsor. But my gut instinct is telling me that if there is a child, they will attend Harrow, which is the rival school to Eton. And Oxford, Cambridge just came into my mind. So there may be something affiliated with one of the colleges in one of those towns. I know Americans may not be familiar, but they call it Oxford or Cambridge, and Americans may think it's one giant university when it's not. It's actually a collection of individual colleges who are under the umbrella of the title of the university. So, but each one is different. There's like Queen's College, King's College. They're all throughout under the umbrella of Oxford University or Cambridge. It's in the United States, you will have a large university like University of Chicago, and they're then divided up where they have a school of medicine, a school of hard sciences like physics, a division for the humanities, a division for like poli-sci, economics, so forth. So in England, it's like you have the big name of a town, university, and each division is then given its different name. Each college focuses on a different genre. Oh my gosh. I'm getting a flash, like lots of cars, like a motorcade happening. And it's like I'm getting the song Two Black Cadillacs, the one from Carrie Underwood. So okay, I'm rambling, and these rambles are when everything comes out. And I hope people can tolerate that. I have talked to my cousin, who's just as psychic as I am. And one day she and I will be on doing a StreamYard, and we have fun. We start bouncing things off of each other, and we write them down. And we got right around Christmas, we were talking, and Bertie and I, she's like, yeah, it's like politics. No, we're going to get an Irish Mick in office. There's something about, we kept seeing like shamrocks and leprechauns. And okay, this morning's news announced a guy by the name of McCarthy. Isn't that an Irish name? So yeah, we had that discussion a few weeks ago, but we kept getting leprechauns and stuff and shamrocks when it came to politics. So that's how we see things. This is how we get it. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Yes, in my neck of the woods, it's gray and gloomy, but the fog is hiding something, and soon the sun will come out and everything will be revealed. And no, I haven't put in an advance purchase for the book. I do have a copy of the Courriers, and I haven't taken the time to finish reading it. I'm too busy. I have to finish this blankie here for my little cousin. Yeah, my little cousin has 3 children, so I'll get blankies. I have to have them done by Valentine's Day. So instead of reading, I've been working on that and listening to some music just to relax. I hope everyone has a good week. I'll be seeing you again on, today is the 7th. I'll be putting up another video on the 9th. And stay cool. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.